Hey Vortexes, welcome back to the Venus Vortex. I'm Carzy. I am your tarot and astrology reader here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Golden Yod that's happening for today and tomorrow. I hadn't planned to do this, but I'm jumping on and being a little bit raw with you because I feel like this energy has a really powerful opportunity. Firstly, we've got the meteor shower that's going on in Gemini, and this Golden Yod relates to that. So this meteorite shower actually amplifies the energy of the Golden Yod. Golden Yods are traditionally seen as being dark, so Hitler had one on his chart. They are associated heavily with the occult. It's really important that you do your shadow work today and tomorrow. If you've been doing shadow work, you'll probably find that you get rewarded today or tomorrow with finding an internal peace within yourself. If not, this is a great day to start, plant that seed so that way you can start working on your shadow work. And when we have our next Golden Yod, you'll find that you are more receiving of the rewards of the work that you do today and tomorrow. So Golden Yods are quite rare. They don't happen all the time, and that's a good thing because they are associated with the occult. So a lot of people do black magic, voodoo magic, that sort of thing on these types of days. I don't encourage you to do that. If you feel called to do those sorts of things, I definitely don't encourage that, but I'm not shaming that. It's better for you to think about doing it or to visualize doing it without expressing the action, because it's more important to get the psychology and philosophy correct than it is to express. But you shouldn't feel ashamed if you have really strong desires or tendencies for dark things, particularly addiction for alcohol. But you might also be experiencing triggers and anxieties relating to abandonment, mother issues, women issues in general, sexual health issues, sexual abuse issues, child abuse issues, okay, violence in general, all right, particularly domestic violence is heavily influenced in this energy. So the Golden Yod is happening between our Sun in Sagittarius, our Lilith in Cancer, and our retrograded Uranus in Taurus. Normally, people wouldn't consider that a Golden Yod because you normally have it with 3 planets, okay? But I classify Lilith, even though she's just a dust cloud, and Chiron, which is a large asteroid, I consider them as planetary energies. Reason being is we've put them in our chart, in the start of our charts there, and they have such strong energies, particularly when they're placed well. Now, Lilith is actually placed quite poorly in this Golden Yod, but because it's a Golden Yod, it's a strong pulling energy and it's pulling towards the sun, which means it's actually the easiest time to see our dark projections within ourselves in a way that we can illuminate, and we can also transcend our dark sides. So this is the most comfortable, easiest time for us to tap into our dark stuff and to help to purge it and to express it and to feel the rewards of that quite quickly, and to be able to become better people that honor our darkness more. So if you're a Christian, this would be considered your sin that you're born with. If you are just an astrologer, we call it Lilith, okay? So it just depends on where your spiritual inclinations lie. With Lilith, I love her. She's a dark Venus, okay? So she wants you to do poetry. She wants you to sing. She wants you to write. She wants you to tinker around with cards because she ruled cards. She wants you to play cards and card games. You can also do cardio up the stairs, is a great way of purging her today, going for long walks around your neighborhood, immediate surroundings is where you'd want to walk today if you want to express her that way, or go for a run around your local block. There's some great ways of expressing her today and tomorrow if the energies get too dark and too heavy. They're also deep breathing. So if you're somebody who can't be physically very active, deep breathing is hugely rewarded today. So every time you feel overwhelmed, every time you feel like you're triggered, doing deep breaths. Now, this is gonna sound weird. A deep breath so deep that you feel it in your genitals. Okay, so boys, this is like breathing with your balls, and girls, this is like trying to breathe through your hoo-ha, if that makes sense. And that's actually what we call a Lilith breath. Okay, and because she's combined with Uranus co-rules lungs as well. Okay, so does Lilith. Lilith co-rules all the things of Gemini, so the lungs, the shoulders, the hands. So things that you do with these things are really helpful. So changing your body posture can be helpful. Deep breathing can be helpful. Creating and getting artistic can be helpful. Because Taurus is involved, using your 5 senses, we call them 6 in OT. So we include movement as one of them, which I've mentioned earlier. But anything that smell, taste, touch, hearing, I've forgotten the other one. But you get the idea. So incorporating those things can actually really help you to come into a better alignment with this energy. But the most important part is rethinking how you're going to express her in the future and what your dark side is, and getting to know that. Because with illumination, we can transcend. You can't fix what you don't know. So it's important to go inside yourself and go, hey, what are my dark tendencies? What do I really want that I'm afraid to go and get? That's your Lilith trying to talk to you. And it's really important that you can answer that question and be open and honest with yourself and find ways to satiate those desires within yourself in a way that doesn't harm and hurt. Okay, because our idea of life is to be able to respect the darkness that we have within us and to be able to express it in a way that doesn't cause harm to others, that doesn't cause shame in society. Most importantly, that we don't shame ourselves in having those things inside of us, because they're totally natural and normal. And when we don't express her, Carl Jung would say that you develop mental psychoses. He worked with a lot of schizophrenic patients, and he felt that your Lilith energy was what they would project out into hallucinations. But she rules things like mental illness in terms of anxiety, panic attacks. So if you're somebody who suffers from those things, you probably have a Lilith that's not being expressed very well. You know, she also rules suicidal ideation. So if you're somebody who suffers from a lot of that, she also co-rules self-harm. So if you're somebody who's participated in a lot of self-harm activities, you're not addressing your Lilith. And it's about embracing her and letting her free in a way that's not destructive, but constructive, because that's when we're transmuting the energy. Okay, and that's your job for the next 2 days. So feel free, if you're not sure, reach out in the comments, tell me where your Lilith is, and I can help you out. This is Lilith in Cancer, so this is the Lilith that's kind of being forced onto you from your environment, but it's important because she's going to interact with your natal Lilith, so you're going to feel triggered from the outside, and then that's going to bring up things on the inside, and then you're going to project your Lilith out into the world, okay? And that's generally how it will manifest. So feel free to reach out. I'm here to help. I'm here to guide. That's my job as an astrologer. And you can really hyper energize this in a way that's healing for you. So I hope you do some introspection and you find more information on your dark side and help to bring it to the light. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, that's all I have to say about Lilith. Bye, guys.